So let's talk a little bit about small and medium-sized enterprises. They're the ones that can take great advantage of having access to the internet. Once they have access to it, they have access to a global, potentially a global marketplace. But they have to have access. So we have to have infrastructure. We have to have people that know how to use it. We have to have not just engineers, we have to have people who understand marketing and sales and finance and production. They need to understand how to solve other people's problems, not only their own. And finally, if they want to open up serious markets, it has to go beyond the domestic market. They have to think globally, what problems can I solve for people all around the world? Because the GDP of the global economy is bigger than any one country. So I've been involved in the internet since, well, 40 years ago in 1973, and so it's a little hard to guess what's going to happen 15 years from now, but we know what the trends are. We know that there will be more mobile. We know that there will be higher speeds. We hope that there will be more fiber infrastructure. We hope that there will be new platforms for applications. We know that we already have the ability to create solutions to problems that people don't even know about 15 years from now. We know that there will be maybe 50 billion devices on the internet, many of them just appliances and things like that. Maybe we'll have self-driving cars. Google is experimenting with that. Certainly lots of sensors will be part of the network. We'll have smart homes, we'll have smart cities, and we will be self-instrumented. We will be monitoring our vital signs to try to keep us healthy and to get signals in case we're not. And so that world, just 15 years from now, is going to be a very different one than we're living in today. The people here in Latin America are part of the solution to inventing those new applications. So I can hardly wait to see what happens. Well, we know that young people are interested in technology and they seem to be able to use it very well. The thing that we have to make sure of, though, is that our educational system gives them access to that as early as possible. We want those young people to get excited about science and technology. We also want them to be excited about business and production and applications. They can't all be engineers, and we don't want them to be. They have to be able to do all kinds of other things. The world they live in, though, is not going to be the same world that you and I live in. And the consequence of that is that they will see a different set of problems that they think they need to solve than the ones that we do. So we should sort of relax. We know we can't predict the future. We just have to make sure that our kids are educated well enough so they can solve the problems that will come to them. So the statistics in Latin America are actually pretty exciting. I just learned that on average, throughout the continent, about 46% penetration of internet, which is so much better than it was 5 or 10 years ago. There's still a distance to go. There are other parts of the world that are 80 and 90% penetrated. So there's work to be done. We need to get the infrastructure in place for access to the internet. We need higher speeds, more mobile. We need maybe even satellite communication to reach places that are really hard to get to. So we need to work on that. We also have a big opportunity for people here who happen to be Spanish speaking to solve problems and provide products and services in that language. There are places in the world, including North America, where the Spanish language is starting to become more popular. Guess what? That means that our Latin American colleagues can solve some of our problems and sell into that market, which is going to grow until by 2050, maybe half the population of the US will be Spanish speaking.